welcome to GrainTV. Today is April 27th, 2012. I'm Abby and this is Logan Burgess. Logan, we had grains up across the board today. What'd you find?
Yeah, Abby, well, it looks like dollar index did continue to slide here this morning. That was supportive, but kind of the big news pushing this grain market today was export sales reported by the Foreign Ag Service. On the corn front here, we had 1.4 million metric tons of corn sold to unknown destinations for new crop corn. On the old crop side of things, we saw 120,000 metric tons of corn sold to China. Certainly good to see China back in that old crop corn market. We saw old crop corn, that May contract was up 30.5 cents here today.
Yeah, on the soybean side of things, we had 116,000 metric tons sold to unknown destinations, and then 110,000 metric tons sold to China, and those are both on the new crop side.
Yeah, you know, if we kind of turn our attention over here to the Fire Tip platform, let's kind of take a look at that November delivery soybean chart. This is a daily candlestick chart that we're looking at here, and you can see that kind of as these production issues have persisted throughout the winter here down in South America, we've really rallied. Let's draw a trend line though and kind of see, give us some direction here on this contract. It's really easy to draw your own trend lines on Fire Tip. Let's pick out here the bottom here. That was about December 15th. If we have it then touch on the March 30th planting intentions report and quarterly stocks report, and then it kind of extrapolates itself out here in the last couple of trade days. So let's zoom in here. It really looks like this has been an important area of support for this contract. Expect that to continue here, and it looks like this contract may be poised here to make another run around that $14 per bushel area. We've seen it here in the last couple of weeks. Kind of turning our attention here on the corn front, you know, corn was the big leader to the upside today. We saw May corn trade up 30.5 cents today. Last trade was printed at $6.54, and look at here on the open, we actually gapped higher, traded higher. We kind of traded a range of about 20 to 25 cents higher throughout the day. But then we really closed with conviction, you know, back above $6.50, and you can see this bar here that we printed. It was about a 5-cent bar here, just coming into the close here. So good to see that here on that May corn contract.
Yeah, and if we turn our attention to the daily chart, we're trading in the upper half of that trade range with the high end at around 673. So we can expect some technical resistance at that level.
Yeah, certainly. You know, it does look like that. We are kind of in the top end of that range. You know, on these May contracts, first notice date is March 30th. April 30th. That's Monday of next week. You know, and that's first notice. You want to be out of these contracts by then. That's for corn, soybeans, and wheat on the CBOT. So if you have any questions about that, you can contact us here at the office. That kind of wraps up the first half of the show here. We're going to come back and talk about basis. What are we seeing right now in the cash market?
I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like the service when it's free because, you know, you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
And welcome back to GrainTV. Abby, what are we seeing right now in the cash corn market?
Well, over the last week, spot corn basis dropped 4 cents. Ethanol plants really helped this push, also down 4 cents. You know, and these spot basis levels right here are calculated using the May contract. If we turn our attention to spot basis using the July contract, we can see that we're hitting some very high, strong levels. We are currently sitting 30 cents above the maximum basis seen in the last 5 years and 39 cents above the 5-year average. We did see some strong basis levels like this in 2002 to 2003, but we've really just moved beyond those right now.
Yeah, you know, we really did climb above that. And it's interesting to note here that when comparing spot corn delivery to the July futures, on average right now, elevators are bidding above that July contract. You can see here now it's above zero here, above zero basis on this chart. So, you know, if you're a producer of corn out there still sitting on old crop corn, it might be a time to take a look at your local market. You know, we're finding in a lot of markets right now, corn basis is extremely strong, so that's certainly helpful in making marketing decisions here. If we do turn our attention to soybeans, as we can see here, soybeans on average were down 1 cent per bushel across the country here this week. Soybean plants, crushing facilities were really the leader to the downside here, down the national average. River terminals, though, giving some strength to this market, up 2 cents here. I got to think that basis at the Gulf was helping this out. We saw really strong export sales reported in yesterday's export sales report. You know, I think that kind of wraps up our show here for Friday afternoon. Thanks a lot for joining us on GrainTV. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.